Kevin, I'll know here. Just some thoughts about how good it feels to get it done in 5.
Yeah, I mean, it feels great to get it done in 5. That was, tonight's game. We were more locked in. I mean, we rebounded the ball much better. We had a lot of different guys. Trevor had 11 rebounds. Dwight had 19. Josh Smith had a really productive 20-point, 8 rebound game for us, and we needed that. And then TJ really coming down the stretch just played fantastic for us. I mean, James makes a big 3. Then we got some big stops when we needed it. So it was a different game than the rest of the series has been. We got back and got, we tried to keep them out of transition. They were really moving the ball and trying to attack us in transition, and tried to make them take some jump shots over the top and stay out of our paint a little bit more. So we were able to do a little bit more of that. But again, that, I mean, that's a, those guys, I've said it before. Dirk Nowitzki's he's a champion, and Tyson Chandler won a championship with the defensive end. J.J. Barea was a big player on that team that won, and those guys weren't gonna go away, and it was good game, good win for us.
Kevin, after games 3 and 4, what was the difference defensively tonight that you guys could have pulled them down?
Well, we really tried to get everything back to the middle. We normally try to push everything baseline, but they were just coming down, especially on that right side, and just creaming us. Most of the backwash from your fillers and running back was in the middle. We just tried getting the ball to the middle more, and tried getting up a little bit tighter on some of the pick and rolls and tried to make those guys make some more decisions. J.J. Barea was just was a handful, coming downhill on us, and Monte Ellis was again tough in that slot drive area. He's just a guy that gets ahead of steam, and it's just hard to guard him. So we made a few adjustments, but basically our guys played hard. I mean, that was the biggest adjustment, I thought, in Game 4. As I said, credit to the Dallas Mavericks. They out-rebounded us, out-shot us, out-passed us, out-worked us, everything. And tonight we had more juice and more energy, and got the win, got the series.
Jones didn't give you much of anything in the first 3+ quarters of the game. Then obviously 11 out of 4. Is that a situation where you're talking to him in terms of getting him back in the game and letting him?
Yeah, hang in there. I mean, I just keep on telling those guys playing NBA basketball is hard sometimes. I tell the guys sometimes the ball's square and the rim is about that big, and there's other nights the rim looks like the ocean, and that ball couldn't feel any better in your hand. And it's crazy how fast it turns, but you get a big rebound, you get a block, you dive on the floor, you do something like that, and all of a sudden you get a tip in, and then the momentum builds. His corner 3 was huge, and we work on the corner 3s all the time with our bigs, and that left corner 3 by TJ was a huge shot, but he rose up and shot it, and TJ had a great stretch in that 4th quarter that kind of brought us home, which was fantastic. But we were able to get stops, we were able to get some push-outs, and it was a game that had a lot of fouls for a while, and it got real draggy there in the 3rd quarter with the kind of the Hackett thing, and it gets but we persevered through.
I was going to ask you about perseverance. With all that you've had to deal with all season and in this series, to break through the first round now and have that over, what does it say for this group and for the potential going forward?
No, everybody contributed. I mean, everybody played well. Pablo tonight came out there. He had a big driving layup, played good solid defense. Trev wasn't shooting the ball great, but he got 11 rebounds and 4 assists. I mean, everybody just contributed, and that's what it's going to take. And it's not always pretty, and it's not always perfect. And that's the thing with our team. I keep on telling them that if you want to win a championship, you got to like it when it gets dirty and nasty, because that's the way it gets a lot of times. A lot of times it just becomes a fist fight game where no one can make shots. Playing in a lot of them, the rim doesn't get bigger in Game 7. It gets the hair smaller, and everything tightens up. You know what they do. You know what they do. They know what you do. You've battled them for 6 games in 12 or 13 days. Plus, you played them in the regular season. You just got to enjoy the grind. You got to enjoy a dirty, nasty, just knockdown brawl. And I thought that Dwight did a great job of controlling the boards with 19 rebounds and just just kept battling in there, and as I said, everything wasn't perfect, but you just got to find a way to win.
Coach, the consistent play of Josh Smith off the bench, 20 and 8 again tonight, always seems to give you that spark off the bench and leads that second brigade. Can you just expound on Josh's role and how he seems to really have found his mark with his team?
Yeah, I told Josh there's just no way we win the series 4-1 without Josh Smith. There's no way. I mean, he's a big part of what we're doing. And I said it earlier, there's no way we win the division without Josh and Corey Brewer. Those additions were huge for us. I'm very happy for Josh. I really am. After the game, I just told him I'm happy for him. He's a good kid. I enjoy Josh a lot, and I enjoy being around him. I enjoy coaching him, and he's you have a tumultuous year. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happened, but I'm just glad he's happy here and good kid. Like I said, we are not the team, and we're not where we're at. It's not without Josh. It's just that's the bottom line. So I'm happy for him, and I think he's enjoying. I think he's enjoying himself. At least I hope he is. I'm enjoying him.
Coach, your thoughts on for yourself getting out of the first round for the first time in your coaching career? I know you're not talking about yourself a lot, but still, just that one to get on.
Eventually, if you hang around long enough, everything happens to everybody. Guys, like I said, it was a crazy year all year long, and all year with just all the different injuries. I talked about that when we won the division that night. Guys just kept on grinding away, and I said it before, I'll say it again. We won games with Tard Black, starting at center. You know what I mean? And Tard now with the Los Angeles Lakers. Everybody helped. I mean, everybody did. Everybody that stepped on that floor. Joey Dorsey played great minutes for us this year. Rotational minutes right now. We'll see what happens next series. But I mean, everybody that you called upon came out there. Hell, Nick Johnson gave us great minutes when he played. So that's a credit to those guys. They stay ready, and they did a wonderful job. And I'm just glad that we're moving on. And like I said, I'm so glad to have a beer and watch two other teams just struggle. Go watch Clippers and the Spurs struggle for a while and have a beer and enjoy it.
Kevin, with the Terrence and Josh early in the series, tough first halves, bouncing back second half. What does that say to those two gentlemen in particular, that they were able to shake that off and help you out?
Yeah, all the games run together. It was a couple games ago where I looked at Josh and I said, "Hey, big fella, he played 5 minutes, had 3 fouls," and I just said, "Hey, flush that first half down the toilet. We need you. You're going to carry it. You're going to carry a big load this half for us. You're fresh. You're ready to go." And they did. And same thing after the last game. I told TJ. I said, "TJ, I should have played you more. We went small and tried some stuff. We were funky, and so we tried a bunch of different lineups." And that wasn't TJ's fault. And I said, "TJ, sometimes you got to cover up for your coach." And he went out there and he did a good job tonight. And I told him, I said, "Just hang in there, bud." And I was really happy for him. He just, with all this stuff, again, with TJ having his leg go numb and all the weird stuff that happened with that to come back, and that last, he carried us home. That big corner 3 was huge. He got a couple offensive rebounds. It just, I was happy for him. He works really hard and he's really a good kid. And had a very, very long year, so it's nice for him too. And also, I think it's really good. I wish Demo was with us and Pat, so they could experience this. Closing out teams is hard. I told those guys, when it comes to that final game, when you have a chance to close a team out, it's all on you and your effort that you put into it, because they're not going to go down easy. And the next round is going to be harder to put teams away. So we just got to develop that grit and that that determination to play through nasty parts of games, have things go bad. Have a part of a game, where one team's 2 for 13, the other team's 3 for 13. Through a stretch, and that just happens in playoff basketball. And so our guys, I wish Demo, like I said, and Pat were here to experience it, because they're both young players in the NBA, and it's good for them. But it's good for this group to advance and move on.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.